I am standing right next to Sully in the middle of the boutique guitar showcase. This is day 2 of the NAMM. Sully, are you surviving the show first?
Oui.
Yeah? Oui? Okay. We do this in French? No? Yeah?
Mais non.
Yeah. I have to ask, do you remember some bad words in French? I'm sure you do.
Putain, non.
Ah, yeah. Putain de merde.
Putain merde, bordel.
That's really good. All right, let's switch back to English. So tell me a little bit more about you. What was the initial inspiration to start building guitar, John?
You know, I grew up as a kid always working on guitars. My very first guitar, I was 8 years old, and it was a nylon string guitar, and the nut had a chip, so the B string would always fall out of the slot.
Okay.
So I went into the kitchen, and you know, we always have a drawer in the kitchen that has a bunch of just garbage, right?
Yes.
We don't know where to put it. So there were some nails and a little hammer, and I nailed like a string tree into the headstock to hold the string in place.
Nice.
I don't know how I thought of that. I was 8. And don't leave your children unattended. Don't let your children play with hammers or nails. But anyway, I had a working guitar. And so as I grew and I got my first electric when I was 12, I actually signed Sully on the headstock. So Sully Guitars has like always been a thing in my life, which is very strange. Don't do this. Don't do this. So then I eventually started making parts guitars in 2000, and then started working to make guitars from scratch. I am a child of the 80s, and you know, I look like I got kicked out of Motley Crue at one point. And but you know, so a lot of the guitars that I build are inspired by that spirit of fun, and maybe a little excess, but a refinement. And a lot of the things that we build are refinements of things that I would want in my guitars as a guitar player. Nice. So here we are.
Yeah. And who would you say are your main influence regarding guitar building? Brand or
Grover Jackson.
Grover Jackson.
Grover Jackson. Who I'm very fortunate that he's become a friend over the years.
Oh, nice, yeah.
So it's nice that I can call him if I have a problem.
Yeah, I remember it was a couple of years ago. I met him here in the middle of the NAMM show, and the year before we did I think it was a Skype interview. So I started to talk to him, and he said to me, "Well, why don't you come to the workshop?" He was, I think, in not very far from here.
Yeah.
So I got the opportunity to go there and do an interview with there. It was great. And he's based in Nashville now, right?
Yeah. He finally moved back home. That's where he was originally from.
Okay.
Yeah, and part of the NAMM shows previous, I used to come here early. And if I had guitars that I needed to finish, I could go to his old shop.
Okay.
So it's kind of like my second home.
Okay.
But now that he's back in Tennessee, I actually had to do my job better and more on time. So,
okay.
But I made it.
With a hammer and nails.
With a hammer and nails. And but put it back in the drawer. Okay. You might need it later.
All right, so let me flip the camera and tell us a little bit the story about what you built here.
Sure. So on the left, we have the Concorde, which is inspired, by pointy V's of the 80s, but it does have a bit of a refinement. The top, as we spoke, it has a very subtle arc to it, so you don't need the bevels. If we look at the back, so this is a mahogany body.
Grab the guitar so we can show some detail, maybe try to show the arch. Yeah.
There you go. I don't know, we can get it.
Yeah.
We look over here, you can see it's very subtle. And so we have a mahogany body, a quilted maple top, ebony fretboard with our Concorde trail inlays, a quilt maple head plate, and then if we flip it around, you can see a flame maple neck. You can see the mahogany body. We've got the output jack on the back, so it's out of the way of the player, and a nice comfortable neck joint.
Yeah. And you told me before that you also build your own pickup, right?
The pickups are Sully pickups. This one is kind of, based on like a PAF, but a little bit underwound, so it cleans up nicely. The one in this one is pretty hot though. It's a flamethrower. Okay. But they are pretty versatile. We have different models that we go from. So going from that, we go to our newest model, Astro. You can see, it might have a reference to a famous astrophysicist who he's one of the champions, we'll just say. So this one is a black limba body with a transparent red finish. We got an ebony fretboard, our hollow block inlays. All of our guitars have stainless steel frets. If we look at the back, it's a roasted maple neck, a nice comfortable neck joint, which should be a theme that we're seeing here. hip shot locking tuners. We like to use locking tuners on all of our guitars, even if it has a locking trem, because it makes it easier to change strings.
For sure, very nice. I love the red color, the transparent color on Black Limba. It looks super sexy.
Yeah, yeah. And then moving to our flagship model, the 71 Trella. This is inspired, you know, by the classic American single cut, but then it also addressed the issues that I personally have with it. It's a 25.5 scale instead of 24 3/4. If we look at the back, again, the neck joint is very, very comfortable. It's very contoured. It's lighter. It's a little thinner. It's lighter. We do this, you know, we do aged finishes as well as, you know, shiny, nice finishes. Got a rosewood fretboard, stainless steel frets. You know.
Is that the same thickness as a Les Paul, or is it a little bit?
No, it's thinner.
Okay. Yeah. And super lightweight, so you must use some very nice mahogany because it is not chambered at all, right?
Yeah, no, it's not chambered. The same thing over here, a little bit fancier. We've got a quilted maple top. This one has an ebony fretboard. But, you know, same thing, nice trans finish on the back. There's a little bit of the quilted maple top right underneath there. It's kind of hard to get in the purple, but it is there. We probably should have painted that pink, like here. Oh well. And then finally our Raven model. This one is, we normally make them as a set neck, but this one is neck through because of the one pickup. We have a non-locking, a non-fine tuning Floyd Rose, a non-locking nut. Again, we have the locking tuners. This is in a nice aged white finish. Really love how the checking came out on this one. It's a good, fun rock and roll machine.
Yeah, I suppose so. What is the price range of those beautiful guitars?
We start in the 4,000 to 5,000 range, and you can see more at sullyguitars.com.
All right. Tell me what you think of this 2024 NAMM edition, because you've been there a couple of times. So, what do you think?
You know, I wasn't really sure what to expect. This has been very busy. There's lots of people here. It is smaller, you know, from a, you know, there's nobody's downstairs anymore, so there have been some changes, but like, there's a lot more people than I expected. We've been very busy. It's been a fun time. We're really, really happy to be here. I'm glad that I decided to come back.
Yeah. And you used to have your own booth outside the Boutique Guitar Showcase.
Yeah, yeah.
And now you are happy to be part of the boutique movement as you were before, but within this space.
Oui,
yeah,
absolument.
Ok. Ok, donc on repasse en français alors. Excellent, parfait. Merci beaucoup pour votre temps et bonne chance pour la fin du NAMM. Thank you very much.
Merci.
Bye bye.